We'll now begin Chapter 6, Fixed Charge Example Problems. This fixed charge, think of it as a binary yes or no. If we undertake a certain activity, we must pay a flat fee for it, a fixed cost. If we don't, zero, then we don't have to pay that. Go ahead and read through this problem. My fixed charge is whether or not I produce this type of computer. If I do, then I must pay one-time equipment cost. If I don't produce that type of computer, then I don't pay the $5,000 or the $7,000. Open up the partial spreadsheet, and most of it is already filled in. Go ahead and familiarize yourself with the functions that are already there, the constraints, and so forth. This set of decision variables stands for the number to produce, but I first have another decision to make, whether or not to produce Pear computers or Apricot computers. So I'll have another set of decision variables, a binary set. A 1 if I produce the type of computer, 0 if not. My other constraint, I can only make 1,000 of each. So my first set of decision variables must be less than or equal to 1,000. We are maximizing profit, so let's construct a profit cell by taking revenue minus cost. My revenue will be a sum product of the number of each type that I produce times their unit selling price. My cost will also be a sum product of this 1, 0, whether or not I produce the computer, times the fixed charge. So if I decide I'll produce Pear, it'll pick up that $5,000 fixed cost. Let's go to Solver and see what happens. So it says we have a solution. Well, let's look what happened. Here we're producing Apricot computers, but we didn't pay the fixed equipment cost. If we produce here, this needs to be a 1. But Solver is a smart software program. If it can avoid a cost, it will. And right here, we're not really forcing these to turn on when this is turned on. So we need to create a linking constraint. Linking constraints will be in every single fixed charge problem. It's how we make the fixed charge piece work. Let's go back to this constraint, the maximum to produce. So if this is a 1, if I decide to produce Pear computers, then yes, I can produce up to 1,000 Pear computers here. But if this is a 0, I want this to change to a 0. Then I can't produce any at all. To make that happen, I'm going to link this constraint to my binary variable. So here, I'll show it again. If I decide to produce Pear computers, this is a 1, and now I can produce up to 1,000. If I decide not to produce Pear, this becomes a 0. I produce nothing. I'm going to change this one, also link it to my binary decision variable. If I decide to produce Apricot, I can produce up to 1,000. If I decide not to, I cannot produce any at all. So all I need is just that linking constraint. Let's solve it again. And it works. I've decided to produce Apricot, so I'm paying the 7,000 fixed charge, and now I'm producing 600 for a profit of 533,000.